Joining us now is South Carolina Senator Lindsey Graham. Senator, why if the Democratic Party had this in July, why did they hold it? I agree with Senator Collins. I thought she was very smart in her comment. It's not fair to anybody here.
Right. Well, here's what I would say. If I believed the person in front of me had committed a serious offense that would disqualify them from being on the Supreme Court, I would bring it up to them. I would not let that go unchallenged. So here's what I'm going to do. This is not that complicated. It's a 36-year-old allegation. It's a serious allegation. Everybody needs to be heard, but also people need to defend themselves. I'm going to look at what she said about Brett Kavanaugh in high school and compare that to everything else I know about Brett Kavanaugh, including his denial, and I'll make a decision. And here's what I want your audience to know. If Ms. Ford really did not want to come forward, never intended to come forward, never planned to come forward, why did she pay for a polygraph in August, and why did she hire a lawyer in August if she never intended to do what she's doing?
Nobody else has made that point, Senator. It's a poignant point and an interesting question.
And who paid for it?
Has she agreed to be interviewed or go before the Senate committee?
I don't know.
I'm sorry?
She's welcome to come. We're going to have a hearing Monday. She can come if she likes. If she doesn't want to, she doesn't have to. Kavanaugh can come if he would like. I think he will. We're going to vote on Wednesday. All I can say is that I've been a prosecutor, a judge, and a defense counsel all of my life before I got into politics. This case could not go before a criminal court because it's too old. No lawyer would bring it as a civil suit because it's just too hard to prove. The question for the Senate, is there really enough evidence here, given the nature of the allegation, how old it is, and the uncertain nature of it, to deny this man who's lived an incredible life a promotion to the Supreme Court? And if it was this bad, why did not the Democrats challenge Judge Kavanaugh when he was sitting right there in front of them?
What is your speculation? Well, what's the answer to that? Why didn't they bring it forward? And
I think it's part of a pattern. They can't beat him on the law, so they're trying to destroy his life. If a conservative had edited a tape of a liberal nominee to the court, where you take their words and turn them upside down, they tried to suggest that Judge Kavanaugh used the word or term abortion-inducing drugs when it was the plaintiff, the priest for life. Remember what Kamala Harris did to Judge Kavanaugh? Tried to put words in his mouth. Remember what they tried to say, that he had some knowledge of stolen documents when he did not? So there's been a pattern by Democrats on this committee to take his words out of context, to try to accuse him of things he had nothing to do with. And the last straw here is this allegation that came about last Thursday. And again, why didn't they act on it before?
The president made a decision tonight on redacting information, FISA, 302s, other information. But we also learned about the FBI, DOJ, other intelligence officials at the highest level leaking information to the media, and Lisa Page saying they didn't have any evidence. Did they leak to get the special counsel like Comey admitted he did?
All I can say, this is the most corrupt thing I've ever seen in my life. If the shoe were on the other foot, if the FBI agent liked Trump and hated Clinton, and they got a dossier paid for by the Republican Party, it'd be front page news everywhere. I'm glad the president let this information out to the public to show how corrupt it was. As to Kavanaugh, he's going to get his day in court, as well as Ms. Ford, and I'm going to look at everything in Judge Kavanaugh's life, not just this one accusation.
You and I agree.
I feel good about it.
Let everybody testify. Everybody that he's known all throughout his career. And let the professor testify and let the judge testify. I think the American people are fair. Thank you, Senator.